Okay, profit's gone down from 50,000 a year to 10,000 a year. Okay, so suddenly your whole business, you can see how dependent your business is on this figure here, on what you're paying for ads. Now, if you end up paying 60 cents per click and everything else stays the same, okay, we're making half what we were a minute ago. We're making 25 grand a year. Okay, so you can see how this is impacting that. And we can play with these figures and we can play with these figures. Let's just, for the fun of it, let's bring that up to 35 and just see what a small, fairly small change. I mean, it's a lot for a t-shirt unless it's a designer t-shirt, but let's see what that would do to us. So that would for some reason make us a loss. Now, why did that suddenly happen? Yeah, that's right. I wonder why that suddenly made us a loss. Oh right, yeah, because I left the traffic at that cost, didn't I? Okay, so let's bring that down to 25 cents a click. Okay, if it's 25 cents a click, then we're back in profit. With that figure, we're making 32 grand. So let me just change the price of that back. So we've got this back to 27. Okay, we'd be making 16,000 a year. If we can bump it up, even by 10% ish, we're up to 20 grand. So just changing the price of that by $2, 10% actually put, I think it's an extra 5 grand, wasn't it, on the profit. Now we can do different scenarios, so we could just flip between those conditions to see it. But at the moment you can't label these, so I've got a bit lost as to what I put in each one, and it goes at the end and you can't change the order, so I've put in a feature request to change that. So I'm just going to stick to simple edits for this at the moment. So again, with this traffic source, this kind of quality and cost and everything, and that price, just changing it. So at $29 for the product, we're making 20 grand. If I just bring it down $2 back to 27, okay, we can see it's gone down to 16. So we've lost 4 grand just by changing $2 here. We lose 4 grand a year over there. Now if I make this $19, which is my bargain bucket, let's get people to buy kind of price, we're making a loss. Okay, even if we get more people to buy this, let's see what difference that makes. Let's go a little wild and say 40% of the people buy it. Now we're back in profit. So if we can make 40% of the people buy the OTO on the cheap offer, then we're somewhere. But again, let's look what happens when we change the price. If we just go up 10% from because the price is hiding under there again. So if we change it from 45 to say 49, it's about 10%. Then you can see the profit has gone up from, I think it was 10, wasn't it, to 14. Okay, let's just put that back to, I wish that wasn't in the way. Can't get it out of the way. So let's bring that out. So it's 45, so I bring it back to, 49. If I bring it back to 45, which is where it was a minute ago, we've gone down to 11. So 14 down to 11. So just changing the price, $4 here, 10% here, adding an extra basically 4 grand, on our, so let me bring it in to the video. Basically adds another 4 grand onto our thing. So at 45 we make 11, and at 49 on the OTOs we make 14, almost 15. Okay, but this is the power of the simulation, and then you can have these different scenarios to see what's going on. So in my scenario A, okay, I added in 2 traffic sources. We can see the proportion of which is which here. Let's say we increase the number of media buys. Let's make that 20,000. Okay, we can see now that the media buyers is more significant traffic source than the Facebook ads now, and we can see that we've got an incredible jump to a six-figure business. So if we don't run Facebook ads, we do media buys, assuming that these assumptions are correct, then we make a six-figure business. At that price point, 25, it was it's more than the 19 we started with, and we're getting a fairly low conversion rate of 42. So again, we took that to 49, we'd make a lot more. But this is the point. You can see, you can play with these figures and see what would make it happen. And when you get real world results, you can just feed those in to see the changes and do different variations to see as your business grows. Okay, so, and you can see what would happen if you could get better quality traffic, or if your traffic goes wrong. So this is with 50-cent clicks. If the traffic's not significant enough, it's not going to show. But if this went up to $1, how would that impact your business? If this went up to, or down to the 2-cent clicks from Bill McIntosh's video ads, what would that do to the business? So again, but it depends on the proportion of the traffic that we're sending to the offer. But we can see that we've gone from our initial holy cow, we're making a loss kind of thing. Let's just see what we had in there. I mean, we're probably not realistically going to get 20 cents clicks, so they're probably going to be 50 cents. And if they were 50 cents clicks, okay, then we're making a loss. Okay, let's just bring it right down to the little micro campaign, and we're making less of a loss. So the more traffic we send it, the more loss we're making, because the funnel itself isn't profitable, even with the OTO in. Even though we've increased the opt-in a little bit, and the price of the product is still there and the conversion is still there, we're making the loss. If we change the traffic cost, or the traffic quality, traffic source, or the product price, then you can see how we can quickly go from $1,000 a year loss, okay, to 300,000, almost $500,000 a year, just with one t-shirt a year. Well, there's three with these upsells, but very simple business. It's kind of one product business. Obviously this might have to change every month to keep it fresh, to get new people to buy, but you can see that it's happening. We've got our EPCs here and the lifetime value of the customers. So each customer we get, because they buy the combination of t-shirts, we can see what's going on. Okay, let me just do one last thing. So back with scenario B, okay, we're losing money. Okay, so we can solve that in a number of ways. We can lower our ad cost, or get a better traffic cost, get a better traffic source, or we can just simply bring up the price of the product, say to 24. Let's see if that's enough. No, not quite. Let's make it 27. I think that works. No, even 27 doesn't work. Is that going? Yeah. Okay, so we'd have to bring that back to 19. Okay, so the big sticking point here seems to be it's either this opt-in thing here, or the cost of the ads here. So if we do Bill's video ads, okay, and let's say they're 5 cents. Now we're starting to make a profit. Then if we scale it up, okay, now we're making 35 grand a year. So that's almost respectable. So we'd have to be running video ads, they'd have to be working at that price point. Now we're making 35 grand a year. Now let's put the price of the t-shirt up, whop it up to 27, and now we're we added 20 grand a year, an extra 20 grand a year, just by adding $8 on the price of the t-shirt. Okay, if we don't do it that way, if we leave it at 19, make it a low cost sale, but we somehow, for some reason, I wish that wasn't in the way, we increase this to say $65 for the two, then you can see that did I leave the conversion at 0? Where's my conversion on? No, I left that in. The prices in there. Yeah, so changing the price of the OTO doesn't seem to help that much for some reason. Okay, so that wasn't the most effective thing we could do there. So we're not quite sure why. But let's bring in, so we're making 52 grand a year, that's okay, and we're basically selling it's a one product t-shirt business. So I'm going to, I know this is going on a little bit long, but let's say we add in something. Let's say we add in some kind of membership site. Okay, like that. Okay, let's put it down there. Alright, and let's say that let's say that 25%, so 1 in 4 people opt in. I don't think the refund rate will be rare on that, so I'm going to leave that one. And let's say it's let's say it costs so this is actually going to be right, so this will be recurring, so presumably everybody knows that. Let's say it just costs us 20 cents in hosting costs or something or other. So before we added the site rate, we were like 50k a year. So let's say that the price of this, so I've got to take it off screen again to enter that in, is just $10 a month. Okay, that's taken us up to 57 a year. So we've gone up 7 grand just by adding a $10 a month membership site. Now, I thought that was going to do better than that, but there we go. And let's just see. Actually, let's disconnect that as an upsell. Oh, right, because that'd be. Yeah, sorry, let me explain it. It's just that this chain actually is, it takes everything into account. So, if only 20% of the people reaching this page, buy or opt in, then if we started with 1,000, we're down to 200 people here. If only 30% of the 200 buy, then shouldn't do maths live. We're down to 60 people. And then if 40% of the 60 people only buy the OTO, then that's whatever that is. And then if we put the membership site on that, then obviously it's only that, whatever it is, 20 people actually getting to the membership site. But if we offer the membership site to everybody who opted in at the opt-in page, then obviously that's on the original, 1,000 people who opted, 20% who opted in. So that's to the original 200 people. Okay. So that's going to should make a difference of what's going on there. So let me just see. So 25% of what though? Let's see if I can join that in there. Okay, no, I can't join that in there. So what I'm trying to suggest is that they can do this and this. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what traffic figure this is. Pulling it from. Actually, let's put another. It's actually going to be the same traffic, but I'm new to this, so I don't quite know the best way to do it. So let's say we have. I'll just do that for simplicity. It'd be interesting to see what the trial offer was going to do. So let's say we have. Oh, because it's replaced that one. Okay. So what I wanted to do was to add another lead capture just for the membership site, or to show this going into that. But I'm not quite sure how we do that at the moment because I haven't read the manual. I've had this for about an hour. Let's Anything got in there? No. So I don't want that as a down cell. Actually, you want it further up here. Okay, well just for ease, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project. So let's just do that. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so what I wanted to show was that if we had this original business here with the one T-shirt with these kind of figures, I'm making 40 grand a year with media buy traffic. Maybe that's okay. We know what we can do here. Maybe we don't want the low front end offer. Maybe we can increase the OTOs. We can add in more shirts, whatever. But what I'm saying is, if we add in a membership model, some sort of continuity program in here, so I should be able to add it on the same canvas. It's just I've had this for literally like an hour. I don't quite know how to add it where I want it to be. So I did it on another project. But if we add the membership model here, so if you remember the 60k from the membership model, which is only $7 a month, with the traffic sources if we add that to this, then it'd be 40 grand plus 60 grand. So now we're back to a 6-figure business, 100 grand a year from the thing. Now you might be wondering, well, how will people who buy T-shirts want to join a membership site? So let's pick the dog training niche. Maybe they pay $10 a month to get dog training or pet care advice, or maybe think outside the box a little and think maybe it's a dog food supply or dog supplement business, or let's say if you're in a different hip-hop niche, it could be access to new music from new artists every month. So there could be a reason why they'd be in a membership for that, and then they'd buy the T-shirt, or they'd buy the T-shirt and then join the membership, whichever way around it is. Probably a combination of both, but they're into the same topic. So people into hip-hop might buy the hip-hop T-shirt and they might join the hip-hop membership. People into dog training might buy the dog training the dog T-shirt, and they might buy the dog training membership, or the dog food supplement membership, or the dog luxury cuisine membership, whatever. So it's just a case of having something that they would be prepared to join on a continuity basis. If we add that into the into this model, then we're taking it from 40 grand up to 60 grand, and also the two will work in synergy. So some people will buy T-shirts and join the membership, some people will join the membership and buy the T-shirts. Either way, when they're in the membership, you might sell them other T-shirts, other things, calendars, screensavers, mugs, whatever, and it will kind of have a synergy between them. Okay, so there we go. So I'm sorry I don't quite know how to add the you can add all your expenses in there as well. I don't even bother adding that in. You've got all these different traffic sources like press releases and things, and they will have kind of suggested figures. So that'll come as a traffic source. Suggested figures. At least I thought it would. Hang on. Where the press releases come in? Yeah, there we go. So obviously there's not strange. There's no controls for the. Oh, hang on, I've only got one. Hang on. Right, 2 traffic sources. But it's not coming up there. Anyway, I don't quite know why that's not happening. Anyway, you can add in all these other traffic sources, and there should be figures for them. Maybe you run YouTube adverts, so the YouTube ads, you can set those figures there, etc. Alright, so we can see what they would do. What's my point again? So if we could add the membership site where we want it to be, because I want to offer it to these same people here. So I just don't quite know how to get that in there. but that's what I do. But that's why I put it on a different canvas, because I'm trying to add that into that, or have another path at the same time. So one of the other great things about this is that you do get checklists. So if you're going to do this, you've got all these different to-do lists that need to be done. Obviously the product name, the website, all this kind of stuff. And if you're doing the hang on, that's probably because it's there we go. If you're going to run adverts, obviously you need to design your adverts, split test them, measure it, all that kind of stuff. And as you do them, you tick them off. Okay, and when you've done a certain number, you win these badges over here. So there's a bit of gamification built in to remind you. But there's some good tips in here. But this is the to-do list, for that. So there's the to-do list for all these different things. Again, if you're doing media buy ads, you need to do all that. If you're trying to create your main product, you need to do all this. Okay, and then you tick them off. I tick that one off because it's going to be Teespring, so I've already got my supplier. So there we go. And then the other thing which I showed you briefly was the reports. So we can do the profit finder. So if we're on so this one. So with the 300 grand a year business, if we run a profit report on that, right, so we can see the key areas that we can do. Refund rate's not particularly important. So the main thing is the main product. If we put the price up by 5%, it would do this. If we increase our opt-in success, we can increase it by that much. If we can do both of them by 5%, then obviously that would be significant. So we can see what's happening there. In terms of list view, we can see basically what's happening with the business as an overview. Okay, we've got our cost per visit there. Show the lifetime value there, but that's on the main page. And obviously we can see the funnel, which again was on the main page. But you can print all these out as PDFs. You can add your own logo with the Pro version, so that if you're sending them to clients, they're your branded reports. It doesn't say GERU on them. If you've got different scenarios to compare, you can put them in here, and you can see how well each one would do. And we can just cut to the bottom line and look at the yearly profit. So this one's making a loss. So it's making less money. So this one is making that much money, this one's making that much money, and this one's making that much money, which isn't that much money at all. So this is obviously a lot less than the main, and this is still a lot less than the main. So the main offer, which is scenario A, is the one we want to go for. If we were doing scenario C, there we go. So C's already making a loss, so that's not a good idea. We can see that B's making more profit. It's obviously this much more profit. This one is profitable as it was. It's obviously a lot more profitable than C. So you can just compare versions as you want. So that's good, and again you can print that out and give that to the client, or put it in your business plan, whatever. And that's kind of about it, really. The overview is pretty interesting as well. So again, with this particular with scenario I there, this is what that's about. Lifetime value 27, EPC is $2. So every visit you send, you'll know what you earn from each click that that you'll get from that traffic, and you can see the overview that's going on. You're seeing the importance of the each product. An OTO is adding to the funnel, and you're seeing how your traffic sources are panning out and what impact they're making on the business as well. You can see the profit, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Okay, and you can see your costs and all that sort of stuff. Actually, they'll show the expenses there for some reason, but anyway, but they could show the expenses. That'd be nice. So they show the revenue. They should show the expenses to show the profit. Anyway, but yeah, it's all there. If you want to see the different summary, you just go back to the main page, change it to the scenario you want. So this was a $300,000 a year business. Go back to overview now, and you can see it is looking at A now. It's similar EPC and lifetime value, but yeah, obviously it's scaled the number of visitors. Okay, the number of customers. It's only 58 a week, a day. Sorry, 400 a week, 1,700 a month. You know, different customer sales to get you know, this $300,000, almost $500,000 a year business. You'd be turning over that, so the expenses is going to be the difference between that. Here we can see how much the OTO is contributing to the main, and here we can see how the different traffic sources is doing. So Facebook ads is a very small part of this particular model if it was based on media buys. Okay, and then we've got all the to-do lists, you know, to actually set this up. And you know, as I say, the beauty of this is that we can see, you know, what the impact of each thing will be. So I need to go and find out how I add an extra chain of offers into this. You know, it certainly does do you know, delayed offers, so you know, a week later you can add in another thing. I just don't quite know how you do it on the canvas at the moment. But you know, but the most important thing for me, I think the thing that really brings this home is that we started with you know, a scenario, and we can instantly see we were making a loss, but we didn't need to run these Facebook ads to find that out. Okay, so now we know what we need to do to you know, to achieve this. Actually, there is one other, just one very quick thing I just want to show. There is, I'm not quite sure where it is, but there's a backwards thing. Okay, oh, that's offline. Maybe they're updating it. Anyway, there is this dream income goal. It's in the video on the sales page. You can see it in use. But basically, you can just specify, you know, what amount of income you want to earn for a particular model, and it will show you, you know, how many visitors you'd need, you know, how many sales you need, and that kind of stuff to achieve that. So it's a very quick way of doing it. Also, there are pre-made business models in here, so I'm just going to drag this out again so I can get to the menu properly. Just doesn't like working at that kind of size. Let's get back to the dashboard. Oh yeah, yeah. So just the last thing, there is this blueprint library, so you can actually go to the blueprint and, you know, pick a kind of business that's close to what you want to do. Okay, and then you just fill in the blanks as you want to do. So you know, if you want to do a 100,000 a year internet marketing model, you can see what's going on. So this particular one's with you know, webinars and the marketing course, and then you can put the, you know, the figures that you want in here. These are the traffic sources that they've suggested for this. There's article marketing, there's YouTube, there's organic SEO traffic, there's Bing ads, there's some Facebook organic traffic, and some Bing organic traffic. You know, and that's all, you know, that's kind of all there, and obviously you can expand on that and try the different scenarios. If I run on the blueprint, let's look at this SAS one. Okay, so there's a $1 trial. You can play with the figures for that, and then you've got the actual main thing. Again, all the traffic sources that they think, and they're using affiliates for this one. And Google AdWords is in there now. Yeah, and you can just put it in. There's some social marketing from Instagram in there. Actually, that's Instagram ads, sorry. But you know, there might be some you know, other organic traffic you put in there that gets you you know, the traffic that you need. Yeah, so they've got Google organic, I mean, you can add your own, obviously. Custom traffic source, so you might do social marketing traffic from however you derive it, and and just put that in there. Did that go up? There we go. And there it is. And then you can rename it, and you might go slipstream marketing. Okay, and then you can put your figures, so say of well, if you're doing it, it might actually cost you nothing, but anyway, let's put a cost in. So let's say it costs you, let's say it costs you $6 to get the article written. Let's say that 1% of the people click through. Let's say that you show it to or that 1,000 people a month see it. Let's say that 40% of them are tire kickers, but the rest are good. And then you can see what that's going to contribute to the offer. Okay, if there's an easy way to turn those on and off, wouldn't it? I'm going to put that in as a suggestion. But you could do a copy of the scenario. Okay, just like that, and then you could just delete these other traffic sources. Okay, and do it that way. Okay, and then see what would happen if you only did that kind of traffic source. Okay, unfortunately there's a lot in that one, so it's going to take a minute. Okay, so I just deleted the others. So I'm just going to take the number of affiliates down to 0. So we're not getting affiliate traffic at that moment. So if all we're relying on was our slipstream traffic, what would this business do now? Because it was 100,000 a year, and it's gone down to to 12,000, but it's profitable. So all we need to do is just scale up the number of people who see this. Okay, and now we're back to actually way more than they had. They had 100,000 business. We're doing what we're doing here. We've got 400,000. Anyway, so let's compromise. Let's bring that down. Let's say let's leave it at 1,000. So if we do 1,000 people a month, we're on 12 grand. If we bring in the affiliates now, let's say we get 20 affiliates on board, and they bring in 80 visitors, and they're moderately quality, then we're back to a 6-figure business, 128,000. So we can see that we can run it with affiliate traffic, or we can run it with our slipstream. If you do more slipstream, then obviously we can rocket it up to almost over $500,000 of profit a year. Okay, so that's with this particular design, this little SAS platform. This was a recurring thing. You got your stick rate in there. For the number for your attrition, for the people who leave. You can play with your affiliate commissions. This is a bit low. Anyway, and you can see what's going to happen. So we give the affiliates 50% commission. Alright, it didn't make much odds because it's only a small percentage of the business now. So if we take the slipstream back down, so that should put those all in proportion. Yeah, a bit more even. So we're relying on affiliate traffic at most. We're giving them 50% commission now. Okay, wherever that went. Oh, that was on the other page. We're giving them. I've lost where that was now. Oh, there it was. We're giving them 50% commission, and they're responsible for most of our traffic. So our business has gone down from 500,000 to 100,000, but it's the affiliates that are driving the traffic. So that's the kind of thing you have to weigh up between what traffic source you use, whether using affiliates or not, and how much you pay them to do it. Obviously, if you give them 100%, you'd make almost nothing. But maybe then there'd be an upsell where they weren't getting that affiliate commission, which you'd add into this to see. Anyway, okay, so I've gone on a bit long there, but I wanted you to see what it could do. Hopefully it's might have given you some seeds for thought in terms of sorry, that wasn't in screen, was it? Beg your pardon. I'll give you some other seeds for thought. Let's go back to bring that up. There we go. Right. Let me get that in view for you. Yeah, sorry, so I don't know if you saw the SS one properly, but yeah, so this was the 50% commission one. Sorry, that seems to have rocked it up. Oh, that was their original. Oh, I see, and there's my variation. There we are. So with all those traffic sources and all that, you know, it does this, and you can see the proportions going on. And you know, if you did what they suggested, that'd be 6 million. So that's interesting. If you do what I did, which is just 2 traffic sources, you know, you've got that, but I'm paying the affiliates quite a lot. If I make the affiliate commission, you know, 30%, then what does that do to my business? And probably not much. It's a bit weird. Hang on. Okay, not moving as much as I thought it would do. Anyway, but if I give them 20% commission, it went up a bit, so I'm not quite sure why it's not changing so much. Probably because the slipstream marketing is quite strong in there, maybe. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why that is. Anyway, but you can play with the figures and see, yeah, where the sweet spots are. And there we go. So that's why it's a business simulator. As I say, the thing, you know, that I love about it. Let me just go back to my original project. Show it in view for you. There we go. Yeah, with the t-shirt business, is that without having to go through all the pain of, you know, setting it up and seeing what's happening, we can, you know, just see that we're instantly going to make a loss if we did this. So we need to, you know, we know what we need to do, or we can experiment with what we would need to do to make this not a loss, and then we come up with a variation, you know, that we like. We come up with, you know, different, you know, strong business. Okay, so this one's starting to make money, so then we can just increase the traffic to it. This one, yeah, again, it was another winner. So, you know, again, we could do the same thing with that. But we can see the impact of, you know, of the OTOs, of the products, of the product pricing, of the success of our marketing at the different stages, until we come up with a model that we finally like. And then we can just do one of the reports and find out how we could even improve that more with the profit finder. Okay, so we know that we could, the main area is to, you know, sell more products, you know, welcome back designs, that sort of stuff. And we've got a good overview of what the business is about. Sorry, over there. Okay, we know the kind of volumes of things that we're dealing with to do that. And then yeah, I found a little bit because I couldn't add the membership in to the same canvas, but you can see from the other canvas that if we had, you know, a different revenue source, like a membership model, or you know, training, or whatever it is that you can add to your niche, then you know, you can increase your figures, you know, by that. But you know, we can see we've gone from you know, making a loss with, you know, what seems like you know, a fairly typical kind of business, to knowing what it needs to be to work, and the scale that's involved, you know, to make it work. So, you know, we need to get this to happen. You know, we need to get you know, 20,000 monthly visitors from our media buy budget, which would be you know, there it is, $5 a thousand. So we know what we need to do. But you know, it's not an expense; it's an investment, because we are making profit here. Okay, and the more traffic we buy, in this case, because the funnel now works, and that's the big thing. Now that the funnel now works, we take that up to 25. We'll just make more money. Okay, went from 300,000 something to 420,000 because we sent more traffic to it. But now the funnel is working. We know the funnel, or what we're planning for the funnel, is working. You know, we know if we change the price point here to back to $19 to get a high, a high interest opt-in because it's cheap. What would that do to us? So it almost halves the profit, but maybe that would be more practical. We can make a variation of that and then put the real figures in when we actually go out and prove this assumption. But we know that this assumption is going to work, whereas where we started, this assumption would not work, and that could save you a heap load of money. All this money wasted in Facebook ads. You possibly can't afford to pay that much for clicks, so you need to know you either need a different traffic source or an ad source, or you need to do something to counteract with that cost per click. So get your cost per click down, use a different traffic source, or make this business work. We can't have that front end profit there, with product there at that price if we're paying that much for traffic. That's what it's telling us, and we can try and rectify that with the OTO. But because it's kind of compound aggregate, because it drops off as it goes down the chain, the changes we make here aren't as dramatic as the changes we make here, because there's less people to see it. So if we can get this to go up, it's going to have way more impact than if we get more people to see this. Okay, and again, that really wouldn't be that visible or understandable without this business simulation, and that is what's so great about GERU, or GERU, or however you want to say it. Okay, that's it. That's way too much, but talk to you then. Bye for now.